subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned in many verses the importance of worshipping Him alone, and we know that the greatest sin of all is to associate someone with Allah. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions not to associate someone with Him, and then mentions the importance of parents and being dutiful to the parents, being kind to the parents, being obedient to the parents. In return, how important it is to obey your parents, to be kind to your parents, to be dutiful to your parents, to be respectful to your parents, to obey them, to listen to them, to care about them, to be there for them. Disobeying them, not caring about them, not looking after them is one of the major sins. It's enough said by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He says that the one who disobeys his parents, aqil walidain, someone who disobeys his parents, someone who is disrespectful to his parents, would not enter the paradise. Would not enter the paradise. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam did not mention that over other important issues that we see in Islam, the way he mentioned that about someone disobeying his parents or her parents and someone disrespecting them. Someone who disrespects their parents, someone who disobeys their parents would not enter the paradise. So pray as much as you want to pray, and fast as much as you want to fast, and pay donations as much as you want to pay donations. You would not enter the paradise if you disrespect your parents. You would not experience the paradise if you do not take care of your parents. So your parents are so important. They are so important to you. They are your way to enter the paradise. They are your way to save yourself from the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. And your Lord had ordained not to worship no one but Him, and to be respectful to your parents. If one of them or two of them, referring to the parents, if one of your parents or two of them reach to an old age, and we know when someone reaches an old age, needs to be taken care of the way you take care of a baby. Yes, when someone reaches an old age, when your father or your mother reaches an old age, they need to be taken care of the way you take care of a baby. So in other words, they're just a bigger baby. They are a bigger baby to be looked after, in a form of looking after a baby, cleaning the baby, feeding the baby, being always around the baby. This is it. When your parents get old, they need the same care and attention, if not more. So Allah Azza wa Jal says, if one of them or two of them reach to an old age and they are with you, look after them. Look after them. Take care of them. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. And don't you ever say uff, or utter a word that will make them upset. Utter a word that will show disrespect to them. Utter a word that will make them feel bad. Utter a word that will make them feel sad. Utter a word that will displease them from you. If your mother or your father call them, you should obey them. You should leave everything that you have. You should leave the business that you are working. You should leave the computer that you're on. You should leave the training that you are in. You should leave the socializing environment that you're in and listen to your parents.